Some of the things that my father did as far as abuse, he openly, routinely, as a part of normal life, looked at pornography magazines in the house, to the humiliation and embarrassment of my mother. I had no idea what these things were, so I got into these things at an early age. By the time I knew what I was looking at, the hook had kind of set. My name is Jimmy Boykin. I grew up in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Myself, my older sister, and my mother were all victims of abuse. And it wasn't physical abuse as much as it was emotional and verbal from my father. On another front, my mother had breast cancer and she passed away. I was very angry with God. How could you let all of this mess happen and leave me with the man that was still emotionally and verbally abusive to myself and my sister? And at a very early age, I have said, I am never going to have a relationship where I'm treated like this or be humiliated or embarrassed or abused. I have failed relationships and divorced. When I go through and think about all the relationships, all of the things that I have been through, everywhere that I have invested myself, I'm the common denominator. I am my own enemy in some of these things. This was one of the first churches, one of the only churches I've ever been in where the minister stood in the pulpit and acknowledged his struggles. He had found a path beyond it and gave me hope that there was paths beyond all of this. And I've had to realize this healing is never overnight. It is a layer by layer of working through growing up through abuse. I never had children because I was absolutely terrified of doing to my kids what was done to me and my sister. The woman that I met through divorce care that I absolutely love to death, Karen, has 2 children. And after a while, wouldn't you know it, I now love them. And so I have gone from 0 to parenthood, not even really asking for it. That's mercy that God gave me for a decision that I made to not have kids. It's like saying, here's what you're missing out on. I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Enjoy it. Someone that will watch this struggles like I have struggled. And I want them to know they're not alone, and I want them to feel like there's a place for them at church. God knew everything that I was going to do, and He has found a way to work it all out to my benefit. But I fought all my battles shaking my fists, and I've realized that the only way to fight my battles is on my knees. It is not my works. It has never been my works. The only effort I bring to the table is a willingness. If God is for us, who can be against us?